My name is Caitlin, and for the year of 2023, I am doing a no buy year. Today, I have all of my priming products in front of me, and I'm just going to go through them. I'm hoping to declutter some of it, but we'll see. I pared it down maybe a few months ago, so it's already smaller than what it was. If I'm decluttering stuff, it will most likely be because of age. If you want to see me go through these, then keep on watching. Let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to move these to the side, and then I'm going to go through them one by one. Except for these first two because they're kind of the same, or I use them at the same time. So these are the Auric Glow Lusts. I have the shades Selenite and Morganite. Morganite is like it would be my highlighting shade, but when I use these as a priming product, I mix just a little bit of both together so that I get some highlighting effects, and the selenite sort of just helps warm up my skin a little bit, so I'm definitely keeping both of these. Another product that sort of does the same thing is this In Beauty face glaze. I think it would be more similar to the shade Morganite of the Auric. It's like lighter in color, but it gives a glaze. It's a face glaze. I am pretty much almost done with this, so I'm gonna obviously hang on to it. I might move it to like my everyday makeup and try to just finish this up. Next is this the Backlight priming filter. This is very, very old. I've used about half of it, 2/3 of it, but this is so old, and Becca has been out of business for quite some time. It has a little bit of the old makeup smell, so I'm just gonna, I think, get rid of this. The next thing is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is the mini shade the mini size in shade 02 Fair. I don't ever use this as an actual highlighter. I always use it as a priming product. This isn't that old, and because it's a mini, I feel fairly confident that I can go through it. It does similar things as the Auric and the In Beauty glaze, but I'm going to keep this. Another product that I have that is like the drugstore dupe of this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I, for the life of me, cannot find that right now, but I have the lightest shade of that, and I'm also going to keep it. Speaking of e.l.f., I have two putty primers. I have the Cookies and Dreams, but this is like the original putty primer. I think it's just supposed to be the blurring. I'm going to keep this. And then this is the luminous one. I don't know if the luminous one is also supposed to like be pore filling, but it does kind of have that silicone-y feeling to it. As I'm looking at this, I'm kind of noticing that it's starting to pull away from the edges. Makes me wonder how long I've had it. I'm going to hold on to it for now. If I notice that it starts to develop like a smell, then I'll get rid of it. This Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face in the shade Crystal Clear. I have mixed feelings about this. So it's quite a, like, see, in some sides it looks clear, but then it has like this purple blue shift to it. So I would consider using it as just a regular highlighter. But on top of makeup, it's quite sticky. It's kind of sticky in general. But if I use this underneath of makeup, like once I put the foundation on top, it kind of calms down the crazy shift of it. So I'm going to hold on to it for now. I might put it in my everyday makeup space to just try to get some more use out of it. Okay, the next thing is this Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer Base. It's green, so it's supposed to correct redness. I don't find that it really does that. It's like a gel type formula. Once you start spreading it out, it pretty much loses the green altogether. But I do agree with the glass part of it. It just gives a really nice shine to the skin. And I've been using this quite a lot, so I'm going to keep it and continue to use it. This e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I also have the Mint Melting Cooling Face Primer. I'm pretty sure these are the exact same products. This one, the Mint Melt one, is quite old. So I've had the Mint one for longer. They're basically the same product. So because of that, I'm going to keep the newer of the two, which is just the like regular, and I'm going to get rid of the mint one. Next is this Hard Candy, the Hydrating Primer 12-Hour Makeup Grip. I think this is supposed to be basically the same thing as that, which they're dupes supposedly for the Milk Hydro Grip, which I have a sample of. So I'm going to keep this sample to get some use out of it. I've had this for, can't even remember how long, and I don't ever reach for it, so because of that, I'm going to get rid of it. I have this Dr. Brandt Luminizing Primer, Pores No More. I was given this by somebody, and I haven't once reached for it. I think it kind of has a smell, like not a pleasant smell to it, so for that reason I think it's probably old and expired, so I'm going to get rid of this. Next is this Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. This one is kind of weird because you're supposed to put it on your skin and then, but don't rub it in and then immediately put makeup on. I don't know if I like it the best for that, but it says you can also use it as a face mask. So I think I'm going to move this into the bathroom and continue using it, but as a face mask. Another Clarins, the SOS Primer. This one I got just last year, I think. It provides like slight luminosity to it, but I'm going to keep this and try to get more use out of it. This Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer, hydrating and smooth base with watermelon, water, and niacinamide. I think this is supposed to be the drugstore alternative to the Glow Recipe watermelon whatever things. I've used this a few times and I like how it makes my skin feel, so I'm going to keep it. Another Becca item, the Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. I don't think I've ever used this. It has a 24-month expiry. How long has Becca been closed? Has it been 24 months? I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I haven't used it in all the time that I've had it, so I don't really foresee myself reaching for it ever. So I think it's just time to go. Another Becca, the First Light Priming Filter. I like this because it's like kind of purple. But again, this is really old. It's like a sample size. Has a 12-month expiry on it. So because of that, I'm going to toss it. The Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. Oh my goodness, it has a 6-month expiration. I have had this for way longer than 6 months, like years, and I don't ever reach for it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This is the sample size. It's almost gone, so I'm going to keep it and just try to finish it. Alright, also NYX, the Plump Right Back with electrolytes mix. I don't know if putting electrolytes on your face really accomplishes anything, but I haven't had this for very long, so I'm just gonna keep it. The Smashbox Photo Finish Vitamin Glow Primer. It's a sample size. I've had this for quite a while. I don't ever use it, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. So goodbye. The Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. I think I'm gonna keep this. I can't really remember how long I've had it, but it doesn't quite have a smell yet, so I think I'm just gonna hang on to it for a little bit longer and see if I get any use out of it. I have another sample, the Estee Lauder Futurist Aqua Brilliance Watery Glow Primer. I'm going to keep this and try to remember to use it. Alright, now I have a bunch of samples. This Tatcha one, the Liquid Silk Canvas. I've used it a couple times. I don't really remember my thoughts on it. So I think actually all of these I might put in my like everyday makeup drawer to just try to use them up. So I'm going to keep the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This RMS Re-Evolve Radiance Locking Primer. I think I've used it one time. I don't remember how I feel about it, so I'm going to hang on to it. The Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer Plus Hydrating Primer. I always love some hydration, so I'm going to keep that. The Dermablend Pore Saver Matte Makeup Primer. I don't know that I really want to keep a matte one. Oh. The texture of this totally reminds me of the Smashbox, like the original one. Oh my goodness, that has such a silicone-y feel to it. So actually, I'm not going to keep this because I'm never looking for a matte makeup primer. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And then the Smashbox Photo Finish Correct. So I'm assuming this is green. Yeah. Wow, that's quite green. I'm going to compare it to the Wet n Wild one. See that one? It's like a gel and it goes quite clear. I don't know that I would ever have a use for this Smashbox one, but I guess I'll hang on to it, and I don't know, maybe if there's a day where my face is looking extra red, I'll give it a try. It kind of goes down to a matte finish, but it feels silicone-y. I can't tell how much of that is because it's mixing with everything else that I had on my hand. I don't know that I'm really going to like this, but I'll keep it for now. So let's put everything back in their places. There are my primers. This one will be going into the bathroom, and these I will be putting back in my drawer. Thank you for watching. If you like this sort of content, since it's my Know by Year, I'm going to be trying to go through a lot of my categories of makeup to get rid of things that I know are really old, and just to try to remember what all I have so that I can make use of it. So if you like watching stuff like that, then I hope you'll consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.